Hi, Professor. I'm Shelby Kienitz, and today I'm going to be teaching about reciprocal teaching. So, hi, class. Welcome in, everybody. Today we are going to continue working on our reading comprehension. So, you guys, as you sit down, you will notice you each have a book on your desk. You all have the same book. We are all reading the same exact book. And you also have a sticky note on your desk because today we are going to be working in groups. You guys are all in groups of 4, so when you sit down with your group of 4, those 4 people are going to be the same people that you are going to be completing this activity with. So, the first thing is you guys are all going to silently read the first 2 pages of the book, which is in front of you. And you don't need to hurry or anything. If your group members finish reading those 2 pages before you, then they can all wait, and just make sure everybody has read the pages before you guys get into discussion. Now, you guys each have a sticky note on your desk. Every single person should have a sticky note. Does anybody not have a sticky note? Okay, everybody has a sticky note. And there are 4 sticky notes that you could have. And I'll go over each one so you know what your job is. Now, the name of your job in the group is going to be on your sticky note. So you can be the summarizer, the questioner, the clarifier, or the predictor. So there should be one person in the group that has each of these. So you should have all 4 of these in your group, 1 summarizer per group, 1 questioner per group, and so on. So in your groups, if you have the summarizer sticky note, raise your hand. There should be 1 person from every single group that has the summarizer sticky note. Okay, everybody has it. So if you are the summarizer, then you need to, after reading the first 2 pages, after your entire group has read the first 2 pages, you are going to highlight key ideas of what you just read. What are the main ideas of what you read? What is happening in the book? What's the characters' names? So you need to point out anything that is very important to the story that you already read. And then this also means, just in your own words, describe what you read, what happened. Just summarize. We learned about summarizing a text. So summarize your text in your own words in front of your group, so everybody has basically the same ideas and everybody is on the same page, okay? So the summarizer will be the first group member to complete their task. The next group member that will speak for their group is the questioner. Now, the questioner is going to ask questions about anything unclear or confusing. So anything that you read in the text, if you are the questioner, you are going to ask questions. You can make connections to other things you have read. You can ask questions about, well, what did this word mean? Or does anybody understand what it meant here when it said this? Why did this character do this? And anything that you find confusing, anything you have a question about, you're going to ask a question to your group. Now, the group is not going to answer those questions yet because the next person, who is a clarifier, everybody who has a clarifier sticky note, raise your hand. Okay, so there's 1 from every single group. If you are the clarifier, then you are going to try to answer all the questions that were just proposed by the questioner. So you are going to try to answer the questions, propose ideas of, well, maybe this is because if you guys saw in the text here, you can make connections to the text like that. You can say, you can address any confusing parts of the text. Anything, it doesn't have to be one of the questions that was proposed, but If you find something confusing that wasn't asked in a question by the questioner, then you can address it. You can try to find answers in the text. So, lastly, the predictor. If you are the predictor, you will be the last person to share your thoughts. And the predictor sounds like predict or prediction. We have already learned about predicting. So predicting is when you try to guess what is going to happen in the book. So since you guys are only reading the first 2 pages, you won't already know what's going to happen in the book, and you are, as the predictor, you are going to basically make a guess on what you think is going to happen later on the book. What you think is going to happen to the characters or the story, whatever you think is going to happen in the book, you are going to share that thought with your group members. Now, after your entire group is done sharing all 4 of these elements, each person should speak at least once because you each have different jobs in the group. Then I want everybody to start reading again and read the next 2 pages. And then you guys can switch job roles, or you guys can keep the same jobs. And then after 2 more pages of silent reading, you guys are going to come back together and do it all over again with the last 2 pages. Okay? So that being said, everybody can start reading silently. Wait for your entire group to be done reading, and then you guys can discuss. And then I'll also be walking around to make sure everybody's on task and understands the assignment. Okay, get reading.